Fans, patience is running thin, and the most dreaded word for any fan, bust, is starting to loom over the name of a quarterback who was supposed to be the future of the franchise. With just 2 years in the NFL, more injuries than wins, and a new competitor ready to take his spot, the risk of total disappointment is real. If nothing changes, the first-round pick could go down in history as a catastrophic mistake. Welcome! Show your support for the Colts by reaching 100 likes on today's video. Anthony Richardson, the number 4 pick in the 2023 draft, is dangerously close to receiving the label that every team fears when selecting a quarterback this high: the biggest bust in franchise history. The red flag was raised after an inconsistent start to his career, with mechanical issues, questionable decisions on the field, and, perhaps most concerning, only 15 games played in 2 years due to multiple injuries. The most direct and critical analysis came from journalist Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report, who emphatically stated that Richardson is the leading candidate to be the Colts' biggest flop in 2025. According to Knox, the math is simple. Either he outperforms Daniel Jones in the battle for the starting spot and radically improves his performance, or the franchise will move on without him. The development window has closed. The era of accountability has arrived. The numbers do not help defend the young quarterback. Richardson currently has 13 interceptions against only 11 touchdowns thrown, along with a QB rating of 67.8. For comparison, this is a rating below average even for veteran backups. In 2024, the former Florida Gators player made more mistakes than successes and lost game rhythm due to another shoulder injury, which sidelined him at the end of the season. The clearest sign that the Colts are tired of waiting came in the offseason. The front office, led by Chris Ballard, went to the market and paid $14 million to bring in Daniel Jones, former Giants quarterback, to compete directly with Richardson. This amount is not for a backup. It's a serious Plan B contract that could become Plan A at the first poor performance from number 5. The arrival of Jones changes everything. It's no longer about giving time for maturation. Shane Steichen and his coaching staff need to win now. The pressure for results, especially a playoff spot, is real. Ballard knows that the franchise cannot afford to make another mistake at the most important position on the roster. If Richardson does not show rapid and clear improvement in training camp, the bench will be inevitable. The worst-case scenario for the young quarterback is being surpassed by Jones in the preseason and losing the locker room even before Week 1. At this pace, the narrative shifts from quarterback of the future to abandoned project, something the Colts know well since Andrew Luck's unexpected retirement in 2019. Since then, they've gone through names like Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and Matt Ryan, all without success. But not everything is lost. There is time. Little, but there is. If Richardson can regain the starting position, stay healthy, and show a more mature version of himself on the field, he could be the protagonist of one of the most significant turnarounds in recent NFL history. The raw talent is still there: strong arm, impressive mobility, and the ability to make plays. He needs to prove he can lead, protect the ball, and win important games. My opinion? Richardson is on a razor's edge. The competition with Jones is legitimate and necessary. The pressure is justified. The potential still exists, but the margin for error has evaporated. If he doesn't make a technical and physical leap by 2025, the Colts will have to start over, again, in their search for a quarterback. And Richardson will be remembered as just another wasted talent. And you, Colts fan? Do you still believe that Anthony Richardson can turn it around? Or is it time to accept that the franchise has made another mistake in choosing a QB? Comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, because this season could define not only Richardson's future, but also the fate of the Indianapolis franchise for the coming years.